Hello and welcome to this edition of the COLAC Herald Monday Sports Mash. I'm Lachlan, Cowlishaw, and beside me is Ben Martin. We're going through all the scores from the COLAC District Sports Weekend, and let's get stuck straight into it. We've got the cricket, the 2020 yesterday at Lake Oval. There was two matches there. In the first match, Division 2 side Otway made for 7 for 102, but it wasn't enough against the reigning Premier City United, 6 for 103, chased down that total quite easily in the end. The second match, Illawarra versus Stonyfoot, that score is up on your screen right now. And of course, just wrapping up that part of the COLAC 2020 competition is Elvie and Tomahawk Creek on Wednesday night. Tomahawk Creek, obviously the other Division 2 winner who's qualified there to play Elvie. From Saturday's cricket action, we had the three Division 1 matches. Illawarra took on Warrior. They were reduced to 98. Mick Embry scored 51 not out, but Darcy Lang was the destroyer there. 7 for 9 off 10.5 overs, so just a stunning effort there from the young man. Warrior 3 for 54 in reply. So that match is probably evenly poised at the moment. In the other matches, City United made 235 with Kane Learson scoring 53 with some late hitting. They had COLAC 1 for 2. The final ball of the day there, Kane Learson bowled Paul Langdon. So a bit of a late blow there for COLAC, but by no means they're not out of that match. And in the final match, Stonyford 142, Captain Levi Adair made 65, and Elvie 2 for 50 in reply. And let's go straight over to the basketball now with Ben.
Thank you, Lachlan. Straight into the Country Basketball League. The COLAC Cougars are unfortunately now on a two-match losing streak. This time, similar to last week, it was a bit of a three-point shootout that hurt the team, this time against Hamilton, who they lost to by 6 points in the end. It was three-point specialists, I suppose you'd call them, Sam Brewer and Matthew Smith, who shot 12 three-pointers between them. Set up, I think it was a 24-point lead midway through the third quarter. The Cougars, I suppose, managed to reduce the margin late to get them down to 6, but Hamilton took the points there. They'll hope to get back on the winners list next week in their last game of the year against Horsham. Let's get behind them. And back to Lachlan for the Bowls.
Yep. Bowls news now, of course. Very tight competition, as we touched on last week. City on top, clear by 3 games, but then you've got Apollo Bay, Simpson, Camperdown Golf and Camperdown all on 6 wins and all vying for those top 4 positions. Just an incredibly close competition. We've got the scores from this round flashing up there, and we'll just touch on, of course, the Apollo Bay Cobden game, 102 to 90 there, and our other feature match was Central, 101 against Winchelsea, 84. So Alan Gray and his men just too strong there for Winchelsea, who are having a bit of a tough year. Of course, over to the tennis now with Ben.
All right, why not kick things off with in the Polwarth League? This time, I suppose it was Pennyroyal finished their year off. We've got one more week before local tennis wraps things up. Pennyroyal finished off this week with a bye next week. They had a pretty convincing win, 9-set victory against Bayak. I suppose Cam White and Richard White, the brothers, were the standouts of the day. Lost just 5 games for the day. In other games, I suppose we'll cross over to COLAC Lawn Tennis this time. Yep. They wrapped up their 5-week teams pennant play competition, and the Butchers proved too strong, beating the undefeated Shunters in the final round to take the points there. And we'll cross back to Lachlan to wrap things up.
Okay, and now it's time for our favourite segment, the COLAC Herald Sports of the Week, and how could we go past Darcy Lang? That 7 for 9, just incredible stuff.
It is impressive. He's a bit of a local superstar. So he got he's involved in pretty much every sport there is. You got his basketball and his cricket and his football as well. So very well deserved there, Lachlan. Yeah,
and of course did a stint here as a work experience kid. So he's obviously on the right track there. Well done, Darcy. And that wraps up this edition. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'm Lachlan Cowlishaw.
And I'm Ben Martin.
See you next week.